Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. How have you been doing? How is the fashion journey going? If you are a new subscriber, you are highly welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, God bless you. I hope you get value for every video you watch. In this video, we are going to be learning how to draft a bustier using bust allocation method. This works for every bustier. Also, in case you are wondering how people draft their bustier to look firm and beautiful, this video will answer all those questions. So sit back and enjoy. You are welcome once again to today's tutorial, and this is my basic bodice I'm going to be working with. And the first thing you have to always consider when you are drafting a bustier is how deep you want the neckline to be. Some people will say how deep you want the off shoulder to be. If you want it to be 4 inches deep, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, the highest is 8 inches. You wouldn't want it to be falling off your shoulder. So in this video, I'll be marking 5 inches as my neck depth, and I'm going to rule it like so. This line will be a guide for us to know where our overbust dart will be taken from. So the first thing we are going to be doing is to take our underbust dart, and the formula around that is your round bust minus your round underbust. So this is a picture of how to take the round bust, and this is the image of the round under bust. So whatever you get from your round bust, you subtract it from your round under bust. So the round bust I'm working with is 36 inches. The round under bust is 31. So if I subtract it, it is 5 inches. 5 divided by 2 will give me 2.5 inches. So that way, the under bust that I'll be taking is 2.5 inches. So this pattern we are doing is called the bust allocation method. The method is called the bust allocation. You subtracting what you got from your round under bust from the round bust. Then after you divide the result you got by 2. This way the bust will sit firm and the cup will be so perfect. Now to input the result you got, whatever the result you get, you will share the larger one to the side front of your pattern and the lower part to the center front. But please make sure that you do not give anything more than 1 inch to your center front. I shared 2.5 into 2. I gave 1.5 to my side front and 1 inches to my center front, using that dart line as a guide. So I will rule the line from the under bust to my waistline. Also, at my bust point, I came down by 1 inches, and I will draw using my curved ruler. I will draw a curved line straight into the under bust. The reason why we come down by 1 inch is because you wouldn't want your bustier to be too pointy and be giving this kind of disfigured pointy look. So you want it to be well relaxed around the bust area. That's why we do that. Also, now that we've done this, we've taken our under bust dart, and trust me, even if you do not add a cup or a wording to your bustier, it will stand perfectly. That's the beauty of an under bust dart. To get the overbust dart, you have to divide your shoulder slope into 2, and you will connect it straight into your bust point, like the way I'm doing in the video. Divide your shoulder slope into 2 and roll it straight into your bust point. So the formula to get the overbust dart, we have 2 ways of doing it. The first way is the way I'm explaining to you. Whatever result you got from your underbust dart, remember for this video I got 2.5 from it. You will divide it by 2. So I got 2.5 in this video from my bust allocation method as my underbust dart. So that 2.5 divided by 2 will give me 1.25. This works very well. But mostly what I use is, for a small cup size, I use 1 inch or 1.25, or and if it's for a big cup size I use 1.5, and there are times that I just use 1.5 for whether big or small, but very large breast you use 2 inches. So now in this video I'm making use of 1.5 inches and I'm sharing it on the lines equally. But that other method also works. Remember, I am explaining the formula method to you. So this is me trying to explain 2 ways of taking the overbust dart. I hope you understand my explanation. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask me in the comment section. Using the slightly part of my curved ruler, I am going to connect it into the bust point. Also remember to come up from your bust point by 1 inch. All this will help the bustier to relax around the cup area. Also, you will notice I came up by 1 inch, and I'm using the slightly curved part of my ruler to connect it to those lines. So right now, we've taken our overbust dart and our underbust dart, and you can see how lovely it looks. So if you draft it well and you follow the right calculations well, you should get something like so, though depending on the bust size you are working with. So now I am going to be explaining how to take your neckline. So I came down from the center front neckline with 1 inch, and using my curve ruler I created a sweetheart neckline. So this is totally optional. You can create any neckline of your choice. Then also, at times the line tends to shift around the overbust that area. So you have to arrange your dart lines like so to see if there was a shift. Then using your curve ruler, you just blend it in. Please always remember to do this. This will save you from shortage when you are sewing the dart. So if you have blended it in, you just try to connect it back to the overbust line like so. Now the next thing for me to do is to reconfirm my body measurements. Remember, this was a basic bodice pattern. Also, lest I forget, if you want to learn how to draft this pattern, I have a video on that on my channel. So now I'll be adding an extra paper on the side, and I'll be trying to re-input my body pattern. Also, I am the dart intake I have taken, I have to return the allowance back. So I have taken a dart of 2.5 inches. I have to return it back, and that's what I'm doing here. Then afterwards, I'm going to be closing the bust dart, and to do that I need to open the waist dart so that it will be easy for me to close up, and that's what I'm doing here in this video. And I'll use my sellotape to secure it. Then afterwards, I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to also be cutting the other part of the bustier. And please also remember that when you are cutting your lines, try to study your lines before you cut, because at times when lines are too much, you can get confused along the line. But after studying, it will make your work easier. So this is me trying to cut off every excess, and this is what I'm going to have left. So if I let the bust points to touch each other, you can see how the overbust that flows well. So this is how to draft an overbust and underbust dart. I hope you learned something new. See you in my next video. Till then, keep winning.